Hi guys, I'm hearing some great conversations here and some great presentations. I'm so happy to be here. It's my first time. Thank you so much, Mr. Uma, for having me here. I would like to, guys, to talk to you about how to lead your way to success as being a life coach. I would like to share my screen also, so let me see if that works. How to lead your way to success. So let me just, before I start, let me just introduce myself very quick. I'm originally from Slovakia. I'm 33 years. And when I was 23, I left the country. I studied journalism and later on marketing management in Denmark. So that's why I lived there for 2 years. Then I lived in London for 7 years. And right now my current home is Spain, beautiful Andalusia. So I used to be a professional dancer for many years, for almost 10 years. And besides my studies, I used to be a waitress. I used to do all kinds of jobs, sales representative. I used to work in radio and TV as a journalist. And my last profession was a real estate agent in London. My current jobs, not too many, but a few: life coach, mentor, blogger, language teacher, Zumba instructor. And so my life in very quick, when I was 16, my mom sent me to USA to learn English. Here I am speaking English, so it was worth it. For quite some time, I used to live in a van. I used to be a dancer. We used to travel a lot, so I didn't really have the normal life, but I enjoyed that, and I met a lot of people. And then later on, I studied in Denmark, which I already mentioned, and I believe that that really opened the door for me to the world. Because when I was studying there last semester, I had to attend an internship for 3 months, and I found it by coincidence in London, where I was looking for a job. I met one of my good friends now, but he offered me a job in real estate, and I didn't know what it was, how it would work, because I know it was one, and it was by coincidence. And I worked as a real estate agent for 7 years. It was a great experience because I got to work for the biggest firm in real estate agencies in London for almost 7 years, until I realized that maybe this wasn't the right path for me. And I got in my hands one book which changed my life, and I gave it all up to follow my true callings. And so 2 years later, I started to live my dream life. And that is why I would like to talk to you guys about this. And that is why I prepared this presentation. I'd like to tell you or show you that there are also other ways of living the life, and perhaps tell you about the tools on how to get what you want, or what worked for me at least, and give you hope that everything is possible. And so today in this world, we have an absolute freedom in choosing what we want or where we want to get, right? There are no studies necessary for most of professions. You can study online and you can do online courses for or normal courses for certain professions. You don't need to have a university degree. And so there are no excuses. Everything is online. You can listen to audiobooks, you can download any book you want online. You can listen to podcasts, which are completely free. You can watch YouTube channels, you can research, but the answer doesn't really come immediately. So don't expect that you will know the answers right away. And you will not find the answer just by thinking about it. Until you get rid of what you don't want in your life, or anything which is bothering you, the new or the right thing won't come in. At least that I believe in that. So get the courage to leave whatever is not serving you anymore. Wrong relationship, wrong job, stability. Sometimes we have to get rid of the stability to get off the comfort zone. Leave the country if necessary. Leave the living standard. So allow yourself to get the right things in. So you surely know what it is, because sometimes we don't know what we want, but we know for sure what we don't want. So get rid of it as soon as possible. And if you need to prepare for it financially or whatever you need to do beforehand, so you can afford to be a couple months without an income, you will never be ready for it, right? We think that, you know, later or next year we will be ready. We'll never be ready for it. So, and then give yourself the time off, right? We all know this. I'm not saying anything new, that the knowledge is key to find the answers, to make decisions. We need to have the knowledge. So I'm going to talk about a little bit of books, because I'm a big fan of books and audiobooks. And so for me, I think that you need to select the right book or podcast, whatever, which is right for you, right? Like many people can recommend you books which work great for them, but they don't need to work for you. So select the book properly. Sometimes it takes 2 or 3 weeks to do the research, you know, and make sure that you can read it easy, that for you it's easy to read. And don't force yourself to read something which you're not feeling like at that moment. Like I would say, read the book which you feel like reading. If you're in the moment of your life, you want to know more about psychology, and read, you know, more about psychology. Or if you feel like you want to read a novel, just read a novel. Don't force yourself, because then you're not going to really have much from that reading. And read daily, you know, at least 10 minutes. Audiobooks are great. As I said, I'm a big fan, as a great time saver, you know, while you're cleaning, while you're doing other stuff, you can listen to the books while you're going out with your pet. But it's not great when you're perhaps reading books with a lot of terminology. Right. Then the ideas would come when once you decide to take maybe some day off, some time off, as I did. I gave myself 1 year to figure out what I wanted, and I, you know, was getting all this knowledge, and I was getting a lot of ideas, which is great. You know, write all the ideas in one notebook so you have them all together, and, you know, sacrifice to write down these ideas. For example, for me, for example, when I fall asleep, that's where all the ideas are coming to my head. So I have to, you know, wake up and write it all down, or get out from the shower. They say that a lot of ideas, or the best ideas, come from the shower, from the shower time. And so write them out, because the same idea will never come to you again. And act, if you can, if you're not in the shower, act at the same idea, that at the same time the idea comes. You know, do research, talk to friends about it. You know, talk to people you think that they will, you know, brainstorm with you on that. So the more you act, the more ideas you get. Now make the little idea bigger, right? You will get many ideas, and some of them are not going to be great, right? Possibly not. But develop every single idea, research, ask, share, because from small ideas, the big ones arise. So ask yourself, what is your intention? Having a fulfilling life or money? Because when you're concentrating mainly on money, you will not be most probably fulfilled. But when you concentrate firstly on fulfillment, then the money will come automatically, because you're passionate about something, you will excel in it, and the money will come hand in hand, right? So don't work for cash, work because you love your work, and money will come at the moment you start enjoying yourself working. I know everyone is scared of routine. I was also, because I was always scared of stereotypical life. And but don't be, because you can change it. You can customize it to yourself. It doesn't need to look every day the same. You can change it weekly. You can change it monthly. It's like you have to have a routine. It's because you have a certain time to, you know, feed your dog, to eat, or to exercise, or to go to school. You have to have specific time dedicated for your work, right? And so nowadays, when there is this innovative technology, we can, you know, it's much more easier for us. You know, we can set up alarms, we can track our time, we can work much more efficiently. We can do everything from home, all the tasks, you know, we save a lot of time with traveling. So we have much more time actually to work. Wake up while others sleep. You know, I learned this. I never thought I would be, you know, waking up earlier than 8 or 9 if I didn't need to. But I learned that it all depends on how you set up your evening. Like, you need to go obviously to bed earlier. But just, you know, in the morning, you concentrate with much more intensity. and you will do 3/4 of your work in the morning if you concentrated, if you organized, and then you can enjoy your life better. I mean, if you have the chance, right, to organize the day this way, of course that is. There is one great book about 5 a.m. Club. I don't know, maybe you guys heard about it. It's from Robin Sharma, and he explains very well the benefits of waking up early and how efficient you can be if you wake up at 5 a.m. You can write a journal, you can brainstorm, you can analyze a lot of thoughts, a lot of things, and with much more open mind, because your mind is opened in the morning much more than any time during the day. Meditate, that works for me also. Listen to the music, listen to the books, read, of course. Don't forget that you are the only boss of your life, and be strict with yourself, but also be patient with yourself. Don't question every action. Sometimes you don't need to think when you're acting, because when we think too much, then we give ourselves stop too many things, and then we cannot progress. Believe in yourself and the universe. That is a big thing for me, because without belief, there is no progress. Without believing yourself, you cannot believe in anybody else. You have to believe in your thoughts. You have to believe in your actions, because otherwise you cannot go anywhere, really. And believe in universe, because it will give you the right signs if you go the right way. Mess on the tail, mess in mind. I never really cleaned that much in the past as the last 2 or 3 years, to be honest. But I realized that I couldn't really concentrate when I had mess. And then I realized that maybe I need to clean my environment first. I know that maybe most of you do that, but I didn't. But I think that if you don't clean your space, then you can't really clean your head. That means that your mind is full, and the new ideas cannot really come in. As I'm living in Spain, I learned a few things, and I kind of enjoying the fiesta and siesta time. And not that I'm doing siesta too much, but I believe that 30 minutes of your day, if you can, if you have the opportunity, sleep in the afternoon. It will give you so much more energy to work more later on in the afternoon, in the evening. Sing and dance in the morning to release tension. I mean, sometimes I wake up everyone else around me, but I think it's very important to really release attention. It could work. Something else could work for you. That is what works for me. And talk to yourself about everything. You know, sometimes I really just walk around the flat and I really talk to myself. You know, like I can do that, or maybe I could try that. So it could work. And exercise. As you can see, I cannot really exercise with my dog because when I do yoga, she does that to me. But I think it's you know, whatever sport you do, it's very important to achieve and to achieve our goals, and to really concentrate and to have energy to conquer our days. So thank you so much, guys, for attention. I hope that gave you something. And you know, don't be afraid to connect with me. You know, you've got my website there, and also my contact details, my gmail.com. Thank you.